Hello everyone, welcome and thank you for watching our video. My name is Stan Heller, consultant for VectorVest Canada. Today I want to talk about the all regions free access, your window to the world. As subscribers know, you now have complete access to all 5 VectorVest regions, the US, as you can see in the flags below, Canada, Europe, the UK, and Australia. So it's a tremendous and valuable resource for all of our subscribers. And I want to give you a 60-minute routine to uncover a gold mine of information that you can get in 60 minutes, really, and just discover a lot of insights and strategies that will help you profit using the VectorVest program. So I think it's a tremendous asset, and I wanted to take you through a bit of a routine. So with that, I'm just going to take off the webcam and we'll move forward here. So today's itinerary will show you how to access the 5 VectorVest regions. And then I'll discuss my weekend routine. It starts with reading the essays from each of the managing directors, the US essay written by VectorVest staff, and now you have access to my Canadian essays as well. And then step 2, look for interesting webcasts in the week ahead. So I can register, and even if I can't watch the webcast live, I know by registering I'm going to get an email with a link to the recording. Very helpful. And then step 3, analyze the top model portfolios and trading systems. There's some absolutely fantastic results from some of these model portfolios in the different countries, and I want to look at the top ones and see what kinds of stocks they're trading and see what search they're using and see if I can duplicate it in the Canadian market where I trade or the US market where I trade, and I can set it up and back test it or set it up in the portfolio manager and paper trade it and see how it would do in Canada. See if I can even get close to some of these absolutely stunning results that some of the model portfolios and trading systems in the other countries are showing. And then finally, step 4, I want to analyze the color guards, the market timing, the market climate, and study the strategic guidance that VectorVest writes about every Friday in the VectorVest Views. So that's my weekend routine in a nutshell, but let's take a closer look. So first of all, how to access the 5 countries. You should have a shortcut on your desktop when you download your VectorVest software. And what you would do to start out is just click on any shortcut. Click on any flag. You can see I've got the US flag checked here. And then click on the continue button. And once you enter your username and password, it'll immediately start loading the software to your computer. And then you can go back, click on the shortcut again. Even while the US is loading up, you can click on a shortcut, click on a second flag, and continue. Enter your username, password, and it'll start to load the Canadian market. So I can do this for all 5, and the logos or the countries will be displayed on the Windows taskbar at the bottom of your screen, and you can open one at a time, or if you've got 2 screens, you can have one on each screen. And again, you can open them all at once, or you can open 2 or 3 and do your analysis and then move on. So just repeat the steps until you have open each region that you want to study. So my weekend routine starts with step 1, reading the essays. Some tremendous insights, valuable information and strategies from all of the managing directors and the US VectorVest writers. And you can see Australia on October 23rd had a primer on individual stock analysis, the Telstra case study written by Robert and Russell Markham. In Canada, I wrote about the wall of worry, and I wrote that on October 23rd, just commenting that investors were nervous and pre-election. It might be time to be a little bit defensive, and that certainly turned out well for the first 3 days this week in the markets after my essay. Pretty severe down markets, and then I also gave a definition of a buy-rated stock. Europe, Susan Hayes-Culleton, the managing director, wrote about building and managing a dividend growth portfolio. The UK, If I Was Managing Your Money by Dr. David Paul. And on the US side, it was all about the Financial Freedom Summit with a thank you to subscribers and also the weekly earnings update. And this is how you access these essays. You would just go to the Views tab on any Friday. That's step 2. Make sure you're on the Friday. And then in the overview section, you will see the essay right near the top. This happens to be Dr. David Paul's from the UK, and he comments there is nothing more important than your money, and he talks about money management. So a lot of great essays and insights, and by changing the date calendar back to any date that you would like on a Friday, let me just go I'll go to Canada here, for example. So when I'm in the Views tab, I can go to the essay viewer up at the top here and see all the essays that I have written here, for example. Double click on it and it will open up to the essay. So this is the same in all of our countries. You can just change the date calendar, or in the Views tab, you can search, and maybe you want to look for essays where I wrote about dividends. You could go selected dividends, the overview section, search the views for all dates if you like. And anytime I wrote about dividends, it'll come up in the essay overview section. Just double click on it and then you'll see the essay. All right, so we'll move on from there. Second step on the weekend is I look for interesting webcasts in the week ahead. So again, we go to the Views tab, step 1. We make sure we're on the Friday, step 2 here in the webcast schedule. And then we look for a webcast. And every country has a Q&A about the special presentation. So we have the special presentation usually recorded by one of the VectorVest senior instructors, and then we can click on the special presentation Q&A where you can get together with fellow investors and ask your questions, and often we will do some stock analysis and look at the markets, of course. And in Canada, our special presentation Q&A is on the Tuesday. US is on Monday. I think there'll be different dates, but you can find them all in the different countries. And if you want to listen to Dr. David Paul, for example, let me pull up the UK here. So you would just go again to the Views tab. Make sure you're on the last Friday here. And here are all the webcast and the webcast Q&A. It is 1:30 London time, so I think it's quite early in the morning in Canada, certainly in Western Canada. But you can register here and take in the webinar, or just get the recording and watch it at your convenience. So that's step 2. So we haven't taken up too much time so far. And then step 3 is to analyze the top model portfolios and trading systems. In the portfolio side of things, for example, here's Australia. They've got a growth portfolio, income portfolio, and a balanced portfolio that are just achieving stunning results since inception, 2012, for example. Double-digit returns for basically prudent to conservative types of portfolios. So something that you want to look at, you just click on the details button, and you can actually see the holdings and the trading system. I'll show you that in a minute. But I also want to show you the trading system viewer for the US side, and there's a trading system viewer for Canada, Australia, UK, and Europe as well. And you can slide over, and I think the default sort is the 1 year return, and absolutely stunning returns for the top two strategies on the US side. And when you click on the trading system details, once again, you get the complete trading plan for the strategy, and you can see how well it works in your market by creating the search or using the search that's used for the system, and then back testing or paper trading in Portfolio Manager. And it's a great way to get some great trading ideas. So for example, I'm going to go to the Australian market. Again, I've got them all open at the bottom of my screen. Actually, I do not have Australia. And I think there was a reason for that. I wanted to just load up one. So I just click on my shortcut and make sure I click on the flag. Just type in my password and it will load up Australia. And then I could click on the shortcut again and load up another country if I so wished at the same time while this one's loading up. So I did just want to show you that. Let's go first to the US side then. And we go to the the Viewers tab. And it comes to the Viewers Home. And I'm just going to click on the Trading System Viewer. And there we have all our returns. I can just click on Year to Date, sort that way. Double-digit returns year to date in what has been a really difficult year. The first strategy, the Russell 2000 divided by RT, a bottom fishing type of strategy. It's highlighted. I just click on the trading system details, and it loads up on my other screen, of course. So I'll pull it over. And now I can see the equity curve for the year. I can see the results for different time periods. Here are the current holdings and the gains per share for the different holdings, the rates of return here. And then I click on the trading system rules, and this is the complete trading plan. Notice no action in down markets or neutral, using the green light buyer timing system, and the 50% gain or 10% loss is the criteria. I can click on the fill mode and I get the details of the search, or I can go to my Unisearch program and it'll be there as well. And then this is the trading plan. So we can do that for any of these trading systems in the trading viewer. And then if I do go to Australia now, it should be loaded up here. And just very quickly, under Portfolios tab, click on the Portfolio Performance, and that's how you get the results of all the VectorVest pre-built portfolios, the model portfolios. And then when you click on the VectorVest portfolios, they open up. And here, for example, is that income portfolio. And look at the return. It started in 2012 at inception, had a great return all the way along, but it's just accelerated here since about April, or even a little bit earlier, after the COVID correction. And it's just been performing extremely well. And when you click on the Details tab, that's where you'll get, again, the complete trading system. Buying long using the dividends bargain divided by FC. There's the search criteria, so you can set it up in your market, where the one where you trade, whether it's Canada or Europe or UK, and no action during the down signals. This is using the green light buyer divided by relative timing. So again, um, a kind of a prudent type of timing system for market timing, and then a very conservative to prudent type of search, and yet it's delivering those absolutely stunning results year to date and since inception. Notice the stop criteria, RT less than 1.05, something very different. So that's what you can learn now that we have VectorVest, all access to all countries. I think it's just a tremendous, valuable benefit to all subscribers. So that's another way we can use it. And then if we come to the final method, oops, so once I open the slideshow here, and we can analyze the color guard, the market timing, and the strategy guidance, and just examine the global trends. And you can see here in Europe, I've added the Europe flag so we know which country we're in or which region we're in. And you can see on October 15th, we had our first red light suggesting, some downside pressure, and then things accelerated to the downside. So when we start to see that in some of the overseas countries, it might give us some idea of what's coming in North America if we don't already have our own trend underway. And you can see we move quickly to a confirmed down call. The trend column shows the short-term trend in the first column, and it's down, has been down since October 15th. And then the long-term trend is down as well, and we did get a confirmed down call on October 22nd. And now we have confirmed down calls in other countries as well. So just a tremendous way to analyze what's going on in the global markets and perhaps get either a heads up about a trend change or possible trend change, or just a confirmation of what's happening in the markets that we trade. And then I just will open up Europe here. The look and feel for all the countries, the stock analysis for all the countries, it's all the same. We're on a 0 to 2 scale for the fundamentals of RV and RS and RT and the VST comfort index, and everything looks and feels the same. But again, on the market timing, there is our home page, and with the timing gauge, we get guidance up at the top, of course. And then in the Views tab, I'm going to come back to October 23rd again. So on the weekend, what I like to do, there's all the webinars, by the way, and you can see the Q&A webinars. There's the essay. And if I keep coming down, what I really pay attention to is the strategy section, what's been going on with the market timing indicators and how is that shaping up as far as the global markets, any heads up or confirmation of what's happening in Canada or the US where I trade, for example, or UK or Australia if you trade those markets. So the strategy section is very important. And then the last one is the market climate, and just to see what's happening with earnings, inflation, and interest rates in all the different countries. What are the trends? I think we're seeing that interest rates are low in all the countries, inflation is low, and earnings are still low or still falling. So, but it's very useful information on a global perspective. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the information, and certainly I hope you're enjoying your all access to all our VectorVest regions. Tremendous valuable benefit to subscribers. If you're not currently a subscriber, you can try it out for 30 days, just $9.95 US dollars. Give us a call at 1-888-658-7638. And if you like this kind of content from my essays, following up with a video, click on the like button, subscribe to our channel. Let's build our VectorVest Nation, add new members to our YouTube channel. And if you have questions or comments, just drop me a quick note at stan.heller@vectorvest.ca. So thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your week, everyone.